Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Michael and in today's video we are going to be taking an updated look at how my progress is going with paying off all my student loan debts. As many of you know, this journey for me started back in September of 2018. That's when my college loans officially became due. There is a little bit of a time gap between when you graduate and when the loans become due. And for me, it was September of 2018. And since then, I've been working my tail off to try to get them paid off as quick as possible. Now, I will admit, over this past year, I have really kicked things into high gear, been able to save $3,000 every single month, for the most part, to put down towards my government student loans, which are the only loans I have left over. So I think it's high time that I make a video like this and share with you guys the real numbers, the updated numbers, as of the end of March, early April, for my student loan debt payoff journey. As always, if you're interested in content like this, watching someone reach their financial goals through performing small but meaningful, intentional financial actions throughout the course of the month, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. He's camera shy. Look over there. All right, he doesn't want to be, he's camera shy today. Okay, so I haven't pulled up this spreadsheet in quite some time. As you guys can see, the last time I think I used this spreadsheet was in January of 2023, and we've had quite a few months since then. I posted some Transfer Tuesday updates of what I've been doing to save up for my government student loans, and this video is going to kind of be a culmination of all of that. So I apologize if it looks like I'm looking behind me. I got a new monitor, and it's a way nicer monitor than the one I was using before. It's about the same size, but it's a higher resolution. I would love to use this to record on, but the problem is that some of you may have noticed it in my last video that I posted with a spreadsheet. If I try to record on this monitor, for some reason, it makes the quality worse, even though the monitor is a better quality, higher resolution monitor. So I have to actually put the recording on the other monitor, which is set up behind me. So if it looks like I'm looking behind me, that's why. Sorry. If any of you know how to get a Windows PC to record in 4K using some type of software instead of the Windows software that comes with it, which is what I typically use, be sure to put that down in the comments below. I know a little bit of a technical question for my techies out there. But anyway, just to give you guys kind of a review of what's going on, if you're new here to the channel, I'm just going to briefly explain my situation. Like I mentioned before, came out of college and had student loan debts, as many people do. I had private student loans financed through Sallie Mae. Those have all been paid off, as you guys can see from the loan amounts now reaching and saying zero. But I still have the government student loans, which, as many of you already know, they're in deferment. They're not actively, the payments aren't due, they're not gaining interest, so they're just sitting there. I've been saving up for these loans. And there's specifically two of them. One is this much and one is this much. I've been trying to save up for this number for quite some time, and you guys can see I started tracking this type of progress, this $3,000 every month progress, since April of 2022. That's when I officially paid off my private student loans. So here we are, $3,000 pretty much every single month except for the month of December, and I'm pretty sure I put $3,000 towards it in January, but I might have just forgot to put that extra $500. I might have done it in a different block. Sometimes I put $1,000 and then $2,000 later towards the end of the month. Last month, I just put $3,000 at the end of the month because I forgot. But anyway, we need to update this now for the month of March, and I already put this in my last update video. I think it was a Transfer Tuesday video. I transferred $3,000 towards this account, which this isn't right. Sorry about that. I realized my spreadsheet wasn't set up correctly, so I had to pause the video and fix it. So as I was saying, I haven't updated these numbers since January of 2023, where I was able to put down $3,000 towards this government student loans. I went back and looked at it. It wasn't $2,500, it was $3,000. And what I need to do now is update for February, March. I can't make an April update. I know we're officially in April now. It's April 3rd at the time of recording this. but I can't update April yet because I haven't put any money towards my government student loans yet in the month of April. So we're just going to update February and March and see where that gets us. So February, I put in $3,000, and in March, I put down $3,000. So that gets me to a total saved of $34,000. Now, this isn't a surprise because in my last update video, which was a transfer video, I mentioned I have $34,000 saved up in the Ally Savings Bank account. It's a high interest account, so I get some interest earned each month. I'm almost up to $100 of interest every single month. I think it's like at $80-something now. I haven't checked. I should have gotten a payment either today or yesterday, but because I keep contributing towards this account, the amount of interest I get each month keeps going up. I think it's at 3.4% right now, which is decent for an interest savings account. So if we go ahead and hopefully this works, I didn't try it earlier. There we go. So I went ahead and put in February so that it would accurately portray the numbers. And what this column is here, this projected balance, this is the amount of student loan debt I would have left over if I were to take this number right here, how much debt I have currently, and subtract from that the total amount I have saved up, which we've already discussed is $34,000. So this number subtracted by this number, 34,000, would equal these numbers. Well, not yet, because we haven't figured out what March would be. That's the whole point of me making this video. So back in February, I had an outstanding projected amount of debt of $40,407.15. If we bring it up to current date, it is $37,407.15. Not bad. I'm quite pleased with that number. I'm pleased with it because it's going down. Obviously, it's going down by a typical rate because it's just 3,000 minus what it was in February. But hey, I'm proud of it for going down. I know it's nothing, I guess, too special here, but well, I guess it is special because going down by $3,000 a month is, I would say, quite significant with my job and our bills and everything and what I can pull off. So I'm actually pretty proud of that number if I don't show it. Anyway, what we need to do now is move on down to the blue portion of the graph, which this is the student debt by month. This just shows the month change, and apparently the graph already updated itself because you guys can see the March total debt is now here of $37,407. Obviously, there was a month different change of $3,000 over the last 3 months. I don't know if this total change is correct. It's not. Need to fix this. So, wow. Okay. So what this total change number is here, this $102,592.85. What is that? That is the amount of positive change in with my debt that I have made over the course of being out of school. So I came out of school with close to $140,000 of debt. And since this whole journey has been going on, paying off my student loan debt and all the work I've done, I have reduced my debt by $102,592, which is crazy. That's a crazy number. That's a high number. I know this is typically where the questions come in of, is it worth it? Well, each circumstance is different. I really like my job. I like the possibilities and opportunities my job gives me, so I would say yes. Looking back, is there things I could have done to make school cheaper? Absolutely. Would I have taken advantage of those? Should I be able to go back in time in a time machine and change those? Probably, but we don't have a time machine, so I can't do that. But I am pleased with my decision to go to school. Maybe just I could have been a little bit more savvy with paying for school while school was going on so that interest wouldn't get a chance to climb against me. But making a change of $102,000 over the course of, 4 years now? I think I've been working now for 4 years, so that's how long I've been paying off my loans. Quite incredible, I would say. And I'm proud of myself for the work I have made, and obviously I need to keep myself motivated to keep going because there's still $37,000 to pay off. And another thing we need to take into consideration is that the student loan debt pause period is set to end this coming June 2023. Whether or not we're going to see that extended, I don't know. We were told at the last one, or the time of the extension we have now, that there would be no more extensions, that this is the final one, and unless they come to a decision regarding the forgiveness and if there's going to be any, which I've said this over and over on here, I'm not a politician, I don't know all the ins and outs of what's going on, but my own opinion is that there's going to be no forgiveness. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. I would love to be proved wrong on that, but I don't think there's going to be any forgiveness, and so I think I'm going to be left with the responsibility to pay off this remaining $37,000. And at this rate, it should go by rather quickly in the grand scheme of things. So I'm prepared for it. I want to draw your attention to one last thing, if I can get it to work. So the last thing I want to draw your attention to is this graph here. This is just, I guess, a more visual way to visualize what's going on here with a pie graph. It shows this the grand perspective of my student loans and the situation that I've been in since 2018, the end of 2018, with my student loans. This pie graph is calculated to take the $140,000 that I originally owed, and with the amount of progress I've made, it's spitting out percentages of how far I've come and what I have left. So I am almost 60% of the way there, which is over the hill, to speak. It's over that halfway point with my student loans, which is good. I'm 9% over the halfway point, but I still have 41% to go. So that's just another way to think about it. It's another way to look at milestones, and when I look at this graph, I can say, oh, look at that. I forgot to even mention I was more than halfway done with paying off my student loans, which I know it sounds like, well, I've been at this now for over 4 years, so does that mean I have another 2 years? Not exactly, because at the rate I'm going now, my whole saving process, the interest I'm gaining through the Ally Savings Bank, and just being able to contribute $3,000 towards this debt, saving it every month, is making the process go by a lot more quickly. I wasn't able to do that in the beginning because there was other things going on, and I had other savings goals, but now the main focus is these student loan debts, saving up for them for this coming June 2023. So we'll see what happens, if there's going to be any type of forgiveness. I doubt it, but like I said earlier, prove me wrong. I love to be proved wrong on that one. That would really help me out. And I thank you guys so much for watching this video, for staying tuned to the very end. If you would like to see more on my progress, how I've been doing, and some of the other big months I've had, be sure to check out this video and this playlist right here. Take care.